All right. So today I'm going to not only try, but I think I'm going to make it run video graphics on UTM. You see here UTM. This is currently I'm running version 4.7.5. And if I get a FreeBSD installation, it typically doesn't start. I did a previous video on that, on how to get remote desktop protocol installed, or VNC. It was either one of them. But I found a way to make this work, and the way it's not really that easy. It involves doing some things in the kernel. So sorry for that. I'm doing the video now, so streaming, but I'm also going to record the video to get the to later on to edit the things. So let me try to copy the copy this file into the desktop. So you see an ISO file here appearing. So I will be running everything from the start. So I'm going to start recording here. Yes, I think you can see something. So it's going to record. Let's no, that should not be here. Record selection portion, entire screen, the portion, and let's try to do like this. Okay. So it should not it should now be recording. And yeah, so let's go for this. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get video graphics on FreeBSD running under UTM on a Mac. For that, let's start by installing first FreeBSD. So we go here, add virtualize other CD DVD and FreeBSD video. Let's go for this. I will open the VM settings in my machine. Unfortunately, network only works if it is bridged to Wi-Fi. That should be fine. And now we install the operating system. Let's select the offline setting for now. And here, very important, we need to have the system source tree. But yeah, I'm just going to select everything. So debug, development, and the tests. So we have a good complete system. By the way, if you are on the live stream, I'm going to be monitoring in another screen. I'm monitoring the chat. So if you want to ping something, yeah, I should be able to see it. So here I'm just going to put my standard root password. Very simple. Oops. All right. Automatically. And I'm personally in Europe, in Germany. Looks fine. Here it should be okay. I always like to say clear the temporary folder. And I know I should not be doing this, but I'm just for tests. I don't want to deal with sudo or doas or something. I don't create. I run with root. So let's just do it and finish. No modifications and shut down. We need to remove the CD-ROM or actually the DVD. Now let's go here and go to the USB drive, clear, save, and start the machine. All right, so let's install XFCE4, Midnight Commander, Vim. Yes, the best text editor for me, for sure. So, and Xorg, I think that should be it. Let me see if I missed anything. All right. So if you use any other text editor, you are it's perfectly fine. Okay, just a second. PKG search XFC4, and I always tend to forget this. There should be a meta package. Probably it's the -wm. Wasn't it, or was it? Let me search. Instead of 4, was it simply XFCE? Yes, it's XFC, not 4. This is the meta package. So we can just clear the screen for the video recording to make it nice. Package install XFC, Xorg, Midnight Commander, and Vim. So up until now, nothing really new, right? This is the stuff that I normally skip when when you have a video recording, and yeah, it just becomes a little bit boring if you are seeing this stuff online. So let's see. Maybe I tell a little bit. So the reason why I make this work is because I actually hacked the Linux kernel, sorry, not the Linux, the FreeBSD kernel, and added the support for the video that you're just going to see. I want to see if I can get this in officially into FreeBSD so that everyone can enjoy. In the meantime, while this is not officially there because this needs to be reviewed and etc., if you just follow what I'm going to show you, you should be able to get things running. So let's see. So installing. All right. So you name -a, you see that we are on an ARM release. Name of the machine is the FreeBSD video. If we want to do start X, it does not run. Let me see, PKG search. We need XF86. Grep SCFP. I think it's called like this. Yes, so let's install this. Install XF86. Video is SCFP. That's what we're going to need afterwards. Okay, actually it was already installed. So again, StartX does not run. Just to make it uh, nice, I'm going to say here in the xinit rc start xfc4. So this is the start xfc4 chmod dot xinitrc, and we should be able to next time we do the start x, it should try to start xfc. All right, now now let's go for the important thing. How do we get this thing here going? And let me get you one window here. So here you can see some reviews. It was started by myself. It's VirtIO GPU, add support for this thing here. So actually, before I show this, let me just, because I'm recording for the video, let me just confirm the video. So now I'll just power off the machine and confirm that the video is actually configured correctly. So power off. So I will be editing these things afterwards. We can just make it look correct. So we go here. I forgot this before. So under display, yeah, this would maybe work. I'm going to get this one here. VirtIO GPU device. Click on save and start the machine again. Okay, yeah. So I completely forgot about this. Sorry about that. Ah, no, it's actually starting. It does the good things. The good thing. Okay. All right. So root. So let's start again. Start X, and again it doesn't start. So how can we try to solve this? We go to this web page. We can we can go to this web page. The link I'll paste it in the comments of the video on YouTube. And this is the reviews number D55012. Sorry for that. Uh, the reviews D55012, it was started by myself. It's currently not, there are no reviewers. I'm trying to see if who is going to be able to review this thing. But yeah, it was, these are the changes I did to the FreeBSD system. You can get a diff, so download the raw diff. Yes, so let's save this into the desktop. And the next thing we are going to do is to copy this thing to the virtual machine. I know some people will be happy. There is a, or not happy. There is a white background. Okay, so now we have here the wait a minute, let me think a little bit. This will not work. Yes. So before we copy the file into the FreeBSD machine, we still need to allow root to SSH. Please don't do this in productive systems because you are basically weakening security. So etc SSH SSHD permit root login should be set to yes, and password permit password authentication yes. This is weakening your system. Again, you should not do this. So service SSHD restart. All right, and now we should be able to copy things. So let's do it. Here we are back into the terminal, and let's copy the D into root at 192. Let me if config. This is the machine 46 and 192, 168, 246 under temp. Okay, so the file is there. And now to make it look a little bit better, I'm going to move the window here a little bit. And I'm going to SSH to that machine. 46. Under user source, we should be able to see the FreeBSD kernel sources here. So let's put this thing here with color. And under TMP, there should be this file, which is a diff file. I think you apply this with patch, yeah, -p1 with /tmp d. All right, succeeded. Let me see if this is actually done. So we go to here, this file, and a map. Yes, if you see this line here in this file, this means that the file has been patched successfully. We are almost there, believe it or not. What we need now is to make build kernel with the kern conf equals to generic. It's a generic configuration. It will take some time. So I will just fast forward these things in the video, and yeah, here on the live session, we need to see these things passing by. So this is, it's not the best solution. Maybe I'll say this afterwards again. So I'm doing some, yeah, some copy paste. It's not so efficient the way that this is implemented, but well, I'm not really a kernel guy, and or maybe I will start becoming, I don't know. But anyways, I just found the path of least resistance to get something working. So of course, 3D acceleration is not working. Um, and this means if you have questions about will Wayland work with this, answer is simple, no. Xorg will be working, or yeah, um, but Wayland unfortunately not, because this is not an accelerated driver. So yeah, um, it it could have been better, but it is what it is. So let's see. Compiling the kernel, and then we need to install it. I need to learn a little bit on how to debug the kernel and maybe make some videos or so. Is one of the good ways for me to learn things is by doing a video. Yeah? When I do a video, I learn stuff also. I always used to say, so when I'm learning stuff also for the university and whatnot, I use always to say, well, one of the best ways to learn something is to teach it. Yeah, so it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of that. So yes, as you can see, compiling the kernel is a lengthy process, but bear with me, it will not take so long. I think I remember back in the day compiling a Linux kernel on a 486 CPU. It used to take hours and hours and hours, non end. Um, Now I think it will be finished in a couple of minutes. So before anything else, we're going to be installing the kernel, and another point to consider is if you're doing these things, what happens if the kernel gets screwed and I cannot boot the machine? There are two things that you can do for that. One of them is to work with boot environments with BECTL. The second one, which I think it's easier for this case, is when you install the kernel with a make file, it's going to copy the old kernel into an old directory, and you can still, after installing, you can still use this old kernel. Yeah. So, and it's when you're booting the system, you can select whether you want to go for one kernel or for another one. All right. Come on, you can do it. So if someone wants to try this out, I'm basically trying this on UTM, and I hope that this also works on raspberries and whatnot, and this is why it needs to be reviewed by the kernel guys from FreeBSD. I think the changes are relatively simple and they should work everywhere. So it's not, again, repeating what I said before, it's not the optimal thing. So it's not going to give you 3D acceleration, but it's already something. You will not need to, if this comes per default in the FreeBSD, in the next versions, then you will not need to do the RDP or VNC, so stuff that I did in the previous video, which I think is much more comfortable. By the way, if you are using another thing, okay, I'm not going to show in the screen, not to screw the video recording. But if you want to use parallels, or if you want to use VirtualBox, yes, you can. You don't need to do the stuff that I'm doing here. the UTM uses QMU, and I think that this solves the problem for QMU in general. So not only for UTM, but I think it solves the problem in general. But this is where I come, and I'm asking if you're looking at this and if you want to try this stuff by yourself, it would be really nice if you if you test it out in your system and say, well, it worked for me or it didn't work. Then maybe we can try to see. Um, I will try within my capabilities to fix the things. Yeah. If the guys from this reviews website, it's a fabricator instance. If they say, well, this looks fine, then, well, then it looks fine. Let's go and see. But of course, not just that they say it looks fine and that's it, but of course, testing is really important. It's taking a little bit longer than I expected. So let's see. That should not be taking much more time. Again, if you want to put some comments in the chat, I'm currently monitoring it, so please go ahead if you want to write something there. Just that when I'm doing the parts where I'm recording the video, I'll probably just ignore the chat for a little bit while I'm recording the video, but I will come back from time to time and check and see what we can do. Yeah. It's going. So it's about 10 minutes now or something like that, right? So come on, come on. I still have some videos in my backlog that I need to edit. It's unbelievable. This year. If you've been following my situation, you know that last year I had a very busy end of the year, and I thought, okay, I'm going to start this year, and everything is going to be fine. And it turns out that the starting of this year is I've never been as busy as I am now, and it's a continuation of last year. Yeah, so sorry that this has been a little bit slow, not posting so many videos, but it's not forgotten. It's just that lack of time currently is really bad. I might do more video streamings than putting videos in edited videos in the channel, just because they take much more effort to do, and I need to balance things out, and I need to yeah I need to see that the compromise, the stuff I need to do for work and etc., that this gets done, and it makes life a little bit easier is if I just put a live video, and then you can get to see it. Other things that I also don't want to let go is, as you might know, I'm also part of the Port Street committers. I think that's how you say it. And I have quite some stuff in my backlog also there to do, and I want to do it. So, and if I do that, then I'm not editing videos or not recording videos. So, yeah. So let's see. Come on. It's taking really much more time than I was expecting. It is after all compiling the entire FreeBSD kernel, right? So a generic kernel with all the generic settings also. So it's not a streamed down uh, uh, a small version of the kernel where you disable lots of features. The ones that are enabled by default in the generic kernel, those are the ones that are enabled here. So I'm not changing anything. The only thing I did was to apply the patch, as you've seen. I applied the patch and I'm just recompiling the kernel. So you've seen there the PF thing. It was compiling the packet filter, the firewall. The firewall. My voice is going down a little bit. As always, and if you know me, I'm talking a little bit low in the evening because my kids are currently asleep. Today, I've put in my channel, and this is not going to turn into a children channel, but there might be some section there where I'm going to be posting some videos done by my children. So my daughter decided, oh, Papa, let's do what's this called? It's a video that you download an application and you can do it step by step. It's so-called stop motion, and she takes the Lego pieces and puts on the table and starts moving and starts taking pictures. And at the end, she can narrate the video. Today I've done it together with her, and I posted the video so that she's really happy, and she's really happy about that. The thing is, you can notice the video. So I try to use a green screen, but my system here, my settings are not the best ones. If she starts doing more and more videos and so on, I will try to find a better way to do it so that she's happy and maybe make a little bit of a better quality. And if she starts doing some other stuff, well, then maybe I create a channel for her and that's it. I will not be showing her face or anything because I mean you can, if you know how to do it, you can find it out. But I privacy, for privacy reasons, I prefer to not expose her. But she's happy about the video. Of course, she's speaking German, so no English there. Come on, come on. Let's go, let's go. Compiling some, yeah, some interfaces, some stuff there. Okay, it's going to, okay, USB stuff. I'm seeing something scrolling through. Mm-hmm. This part takes really long time. Maybe I use that sentence in the video when I'm putting things together. Hmm? IEEE, so networking parts. CTF convert. It's running some CTF convert thing also. I think this CTF convert is for dtrace. Yeah. Okay, Open Solaris CDL. So Open Solaris thing, this seems to me that this is really the okay, it passed already. It could have been the dtrace things. Oh, okay. Done. So it took almost, yeah, 9,200 seconds would be 10 minutes, right? So not really the 10 minutes. Okay. So we are really close now. Make install kernel with kern conf equals generic. And now you're going to see that it's going to complain. Okay. And overwrite this check we set a destination dir. So dest dir equals slash, and now it installs the kernels. Now it installs the kernel. All right. So this is now under slash boot slash kernel. Let's have a look at boot ls. And you see here there is a kernel here. This is the new one, and there is the kernel.old. So if we want to boot the system and for whatever reason kernel did not work out very well, we can still go to the kernel.old in the boot prompt. Okay, let's exit the SSH, lower the window, go back to the machine and just type in reboot. And this is almost there. Okay, so it's now starting the new kernel. Let's try to log in, root, and now let's start try startx. How about that? And this is it. So before it was not possible to do this, and now we can start X with a terminal. No worries. Nice. So what have I done? I downloaded the FreeBSD from, I installed FreeBSD from the get-go. I made sure that the kernel sources are installed in FreeBSD, and I applied the patch. I downloaded and applied the patch, and I recompiled the kernel, or I compiled the kernel, and I installed the kernel in the system and rebooted, and now it's working. So under dmask, let's see this dmask pipe. Okay, set xkb map. It should be German. Yes, German keys there. Dmask pipe less vtgpu, and we see here this was done. This was added by myself /dev fp0 created, and this is what XF86 basically, what Xorg basically requires, the X server, and that's it. No big deal. So we have a couple of settings here. So let's try to see. If you tell me, well, this is I can extend the window, so let's try to do this, but the screen does not resize, and I would like to have it a little bit better. Then let's see. There are some things I've done here that allow to do that. So cat user local. So you don't need to do this afterwards. I'm just going to remind myself what is the parameter, and then in the video I'm going to cut it out. User source. This is probably in the sys device virt.io GPU and virt.io GPU.c. Oops, not cat. Vim, of course, the best editor. And here we should have some tunable parameters. HW virt.io underscore GPU width and height. So I added these parameters. So let's go. Let me just take a note for this because I'm becoming an old guy and I'm forgetting about these things. Ui, 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 ui. Hit the printer. HW virt.io underscore GPU width and height. All right. So let's quit. So in order to change the dimensions of the screen, or actually while recording the video, I'm going to do something else. So let's see what the dimensions of the screen are. X render, and we have currently 1280 by 800 pixels. And maybe I want to have something different. So I'm going to go to bootloader.conf and set the parameter HW virt IO GPU dot width. Let's put it at 1600, and the other the height. Let's put it at 1000, for example. Okay, so it should be 1600 by 1000. Sync just and yeah, reboot. So let's try to do it. There is still one tunable parameter that I also want to show in the video. So here display not active, it should be fine. By the way, if things would have gone bad, you'd go to virt.io RAM. Okay. You can see that the window is a little bit bigger now. I will explain the other stuff afterwards. So now let's log in again and start X, because we can now. So, and what is our resolution? X render 1600 by 1000. Awesome, awesome. Now it's a little bit done in a very simple way. So it's mapping the video memory, and the video memory is mapped and needs to be copied between the virtual machine and the host system. And this is done once every 30 seconds, so meaning 30 frames per second. I'm not exactly sure whether this is going to be an issue for you or not, so I've decided to add another tunable parameter in the kernel that allows to change these things. So, for example, if I try to move the window here, you see some artifacts with this is due to the copying of the window to the copying of the memory. You can try to make it faster or try to make it slower, but don't forget that if you make it faster, then the FreeBSD kernel needs to spend much more time copying and will take time from the user, meaning it will slow down the machine. So there should be a compromise here. I select the 30 frames per second by default, but you can tune that. So oops, set xkb map de. Let's do sysctl -a, I think HW. Let's go for the HW, and here, where is it? VTnet. Let's search for that parameter. So cctl-a, and let's put pipe grep refresh rate. And we see here we have a refresh rate of 30 on the VT GPU 0. So let's cctl, this one here, it's currently set to 30. Let's lower this really down. So let's put it at 10. And now you can see it takes much more time. Okay. Now if I put 60 Hertz, it's goes much smoother, and you still see some artifacts in the window here. I've never tried this, but we can see if we if we can do it. Okay, 120. It doesn't really make much of a difference, I think. So 20 is already probably a little bit low. Yeah, 20 is probably already enough, but I leave it at 30 frames per second. That's how it starts per default. And you can add this parameter also into the bootloader or to the rc.conf. All right, so that's it for today. If you like the video, please give it a like. Otherwise, please use the space down below for comments and suggestions. Thank you for passing by, and take care, and see you next time. Bye bye. All right, that was my end of the video. Typically, I do it like that. And I will just cut the video here, and we are all fine and happy, right? So let me pkg install. I was saying, what happens if the machine, if it would have broken? So this is something I can leave it in the stream or so. So let's actually exit from here, and let's power it off. Okay, right click is not working. Interesting. Okay, I don't know why. So shut down. Oh, okay, it's actually completely shutting down the machine. Yeah, that's good. So let's exit here, and let's go to the machine here, display. And instead of having this one here, I think you can put the VirtIO GPU PCI, and that will allow you either that or maybe another one. Actually, let me add it here. So the device, I could add a new serial port, and it's just there. Serial port, built-in terminal, etc. Blah blah. Okay, we like it. And you see two machines, not two machines, two terminals are now starting. This is the serial port. So let's just. Oh, and I'm sorry, I completely forgot. But you see that the boot menu was now visible, right? So that that was the main point. My brain is in autopilot. That's why I completely forgot. Sorry. Let's go shut down R. So you can either see it in this window here, or you can see it in this window here. And now with the RAM thing, you can actually see the boot menu here. Okay. So you could either type things in here, or you could do it there. And you see here this option, kernel 1 of 2. I can say another option, actually menu, I think. Yeah. And I can go here to this one here, would be the kernel old, which is before I install the kernel, or type pressing 6, go to the new kernel. And you can see if I go to the old kernel, the machine also starts. This is now outside of the video. Actually, I can stop the recording for the video. Let me see. Okay, so recording done. And since this is the old kernel, let's just go and start X. Start X does not start X because the driver is not there. But if I run with a new kernel, the one I've compiled now, it will work well. So it should work fine. Let's see. root start X, and lo and behold, we have our video here. that I'm not entirely sure. So I think I missed installing some things because I don't see a background picture here. This means that yeah, the right click is working. So it's that XFC is somehow not properly installed. Okay. So let's log out. Log out here. pkg install icewm and icewm, and there is some icewm extras. That's my favorite window manager. Just for the fun of it, yeah. Let's just try it. And I used XFC for some time lately, and but a couple of years ago there were two main ones that I used to use. One was IceWM, and the other one was Window Maker. And Window Maker is still around. We can still have a look at that. EKG search IceWM. Yeah, install IceWM extra themes. And now let's try to get this running. It's IceWM session dash session dot x in it. So we take out this thing and we type in IceWM session, and now we can start X, and there we go. Did you see how fast, blazing fast it was? Themes, and typically it's the XP new. This I just like it. It brings back old memories, the XP theme, and I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. So if you see some other videos that I do, and if you see some windows popping up like that, then you know already what I'm doing there. Yeah. Mm. All right. So streaming for about 1 hour. And I think for today, I just do this thing here. I captured the video that I wanted, and I think I will just I will keep this stream for the time being there, and I will edit other video. Actually, I think maybe if it's already almost midnight, but maybe I have the patience enough to start editing this before I edit the other ones. And the point is, although it takes quite a lot of time to compile the FreeBSD kernel, the main instructions to do this are really simple, right? So you just download the patch, apply it, and you get a graphical user interface in UTM. Huh? So, and this means that it might not be a very long video. It might be easy to edit the video. All right. So I see there are some people watching the stream. So hello to everyone, and I guess that this is an interesting topic. Yeah. So just yeah. Hope thanks for being there also. Makes me really happy, and to see that I have some people interested in the things that I'm doing. And just wait for the video, and you will see what I've done will be compressed in a much shorter thing. So what took now 1 hour will take much less. As a side note, it did take me quite a lot of time to develop this driver for FreeBSD. So it was an itch that I had. I was also searching on the internet. Lots of people were having some similar problems, saying, "Hey, how do you get video in UTM and so on?" And I'm like, "Come on, there must be a simple way. Even if it is not 3D acceleration, I think it should not be that difficult to make this working. And yeah, was exploring a little bit the things, and I think I'm lucky to have been able to make this work. Whether this is at a level of quality that FreeBSD folks, the kernel guys, want, I'm not sure, and this is why I'm submitting it for review so that it becomes part of the official thing. So that next version of FreeBSD you download gets this stuff. Yeah. So now, log out. I think in terms of this of the things here, I have basically nothing more to show. Um, if you just join the stream, welcome. I see that amazingly some people are still joining in the last part. If you join, then basically the miracle has happened already before. So you can, if you want to know how to make UTM work in, video work in UTM, then you need to go back a little bit in time. So, and it should show that. I'm just thinking, okay, maybe another thing that I can quickly start looking at and is going to show you the work that I still have to do. So let's lower this window. Where is my terminal? So let's see the stuff. Actually, sorry for that. I need something here. I'm developing some documentation here. Let me open in another window. I'm developing a documentation on um, how to do some ports. So I can give you a glimpse into it, but don't ask to share. I'm not going to share this for the time being, which is, yeah, lots of slides and with information on how to make some new ports and how to compile, etc. So it's lots of things there, and with some link uh, thing. And I just wanted to show that the following before I stop the stream. This is sorry, I need to get yes. So these are the ports that I'm currently doing, and you see that there are a couple of them that are already outdated. G Hydra, I don't believe that this is so. This there is definitely another one. So let me see. G Hydra, GitHub, maybe. Those guys are releasing relatively often. So 1202. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'm still at 11. So as you see there is stuff that I need to do. Yeah. T-Vision. Okay, that's an interesting thing. Cloud load. I really like this kind of stuff. So fresh ports, T-Vision. Where is the latest version? 3 weeks ago. Okay, so as you can see, there are still something. So I'm maintaining this port here. This is from. It's really cool if you used MS-DOS systems back then. Turbo Vision was a thing, yeah. And there is this really nice guy, so Magiblot, I think it's his name. Currently, the community is kind of growing a little bit, and they ported the Turbo Vision, and they are getting this thing running in FreeBSD. It's currently this is the most modern port and the most up to date. I mean, as you can see, it was updated 3 weeks ago, so people really like this, and I'm one of them. I really like this user interface. It is text mode, But it's not bad. I mean, you're not always using a graphical user interface. I mean, if you're using UTM, FreeBSD with UTM without my patch, you don't have a GUI. So this thing is awesome, and I really support this kind of thing. So I'm doing the porting here, and I need to update the latest one. 86 box. This is an amazing piece of software, and box.net. Let me see. 86 box GitHub, and I'm sure that they have a newer version. 5.3, and I'm still at 5.2, I think, right? 5.2, yeah, and they have 5.3. So there is work to be done here. 86 box. I also use this to record my videos. Yeah, and makes it. Let me actually make one interesting thing. So I'm promising I'm going to stop the stream, but I've not done it yet. So sorry, just bear with me a little bit. I'm going to try to install 86 box. The 86 box is to emulate an 8086 or 286 or something like this, but we are in an ARM CPU. So I think I never tried this. Let me search 86 box. It might be with a capital B. Yeah, 86 box. Yes, pkg install. Come on, you can type. Install 86 box. Let's go. Yes, and then I created this script, 86 box install ROMs, -I think. And it just goes and fetches the ROMs for this version. All right, so and start X. And now it should be, it's under game. Why is this under game? I don't know. File, let's create a new machine. Ooh, okay, interesting. Doesn't work. Ooh, what is happening here? Is this a problem of 86 box or is this a general problem? No, GTK demo. That doesn't look like development. Node editor. Come on, give me a window. Don't give me these things here. Give me something that I can use. Bulk. Where there was a mouse. Yeah, mouse pad is cool. File. Okay, these menus here work. Why are the menus here not working? This is weird. Okay, that's not good. Okay, that is really weird. Maybe it's something I need to have a look at. 86 box. So we can start it like this and still nothing. Dash help. There I'm sure we can still start this in a different mode. Let me see if I can. No. 86 box -H. No, why is this giving me so much trouble? EKG info 86 box set xkb PKG info 86 box. So there is this file here that I install, which I think that I'm doing some interesting things there. Let me see. No, I'm just executing 86 box. So 86 box starts like this. Let me see if this has something to do with IceW, the Ice Window Manager. It should not, but well, let's start X. All right, so we are here and accessories. Interesting games are not here. Okay, it's in the system. Go figure. No, it doesn't, still doesn't work. This is weird. This is really weird. Okay. Um, so it's not, that has nothing to do with that. Let me see. So why can't I get, so 86 box command line options. Yes. So dash dash VM path and so on. So VM manager. So this is the VM manager, but I don't want a VM manager. I just want this one here. And what are the command line options? So there are some things here that can be done. And why is it not showing 86 box dash dash that 86 box dash dash help? Dbus error. Okay. Service dbus enable and start. Does it have something to do with that? '86 box. No, it doesn't have anything to do with that. All right. It is 86 box. Okay. I need to set the keyboard at some point in time. Dash dash help. Hmm. And it just gets stuck in the help thing. Interesting. Dash H also gets stuck. This is weird. Loading configuration from the prompt. Yeah, you can do dash capital C, dash capital P, and so on. Config 86 box. Let me see if there is anything here. Root virtual machines. Is this something to do with, okay, this folder was created. This is really weird. Okay, it might be something related with an ARM, with an ARM CPU, because this is definitely something that is working in, this is working in an Intel CPU. And I know there is the VM manager. So, and there is a way to start this without the VM manager. So start without VM manager. There is the old interface, so that P VM path, VMM disabled. The manager can restoring the previous versions when launched without special. Okay, this is VMM disabled. Okay, I think this is what I'm looking at. I'm searching for. So I had already this configuration path, and here VMM disabled equals 1, 86 box. Yes, exactly. And but the menus still don't work. Okay, but we see this is at least, it looks like it's kind of running. It takes a little bit of time. Yeah, 601 takes a little bit of time here, and it goes into the BIOS. Okay. Print. I don't know where this is. This is old keyboard. Print. Come on. I have on top of this, I have a German keyboard. Print. Hello. Yes. Hello. 10. Print. Hello. 20. Go to 10. Run. That's it. Okay. Now I don't know how to stop this. So this is basic. So all is running except that the menus are not appearing. And I have absolutely no idea why the menus are not appearing. Oh well, another problem to debug. But the cool thing was seeing that the machine is basically running and seeing that this parameter here, VMM disabled equals 1, that this disables this other interface. This interface here. I thought maybe it's this interface that has some problems. No, it is not. So yeah, no idea what the problem here might be. Yeah, so just thinking a little bit. There are some errors going on here, but yeah, I might want to go to user src. So let's just try to debug this a little bit. No, you cannot debug this. No, 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 no. Didn't I install the ports tree in the machine? I think I installed the ports tree. This is there, but the ports tree is not. Oh well, cannot be happy with everything. And the other thing is why the heck is this thing here also not working? I'm also not very happy that the background here is not getting here. Okay, so that with XFCE it should appear the background. Am I missing any package here? XFCE. Let me pkg install XFCE 4 WM themes. Is it themes that are missing? The WM, of course, this should be installed. Yeah. Let me see. Panel is there. Panel profiles, mixer. Okay, should be there. Icons. Calculator plugin conf. I don't think dashboard. GNOME shell, I guess. So I don't think this is the desktop manager. This should be installed. Oh, there is an ISO. pkg install this thing here. Desktop. Yeah, it's installed. So why in the heck is this not going there? Log out. Start X. No, the background is still not there. I promise you that this was not the case in some other machine I have. So settings manager. So I think appearance. Let's go to the background. All settings, desktop. Unable to locate it from now. Okay. So this seems to me it's probably something related with me running under root. No, I think that's probably the main thing. Desktop. but I didn't have these problems before. Let me, just to make sure, user, so add user, test, full name, leave empty, invite to will video, should be okay. Here, test and test. No, yes, no. Let's go out and let's try to log in as user test to see if things go well. So test, test, dot xinit rc, start xfc4, start x. No, it's not doing. It's not doing the business. Still not doing the business. Desktop. Unable to load the image from folder. Might it be that this is the problem with the menu? So the images are definitely there. XFC, let's try to debug this a little bit, because so XFC blue, find set X. Actually, before doing this, let me go here to the settings. There is no, okay, settings manager, application, so the layout, use system defaults, generic, edit German. I think we are fine with the node keys. Okay. Yeah, working. Now, find node name xfc. And what was the desktop? What was the name of this? Is blue JPEG. Permission denied. And here they are. Okay. Interesting. Do we find anything? Oops. Do we find anything into the on the web? Unable to load images from folder? No. So let's try here. Google XFC, unable to load images from folder. No. So let's try to see. Unable to, here, wallpaper. I wasted hours on it. Running X. Interesting. What is XF desktop dash E? Okay. Oh. That doesn't allow you to select the things. Is this a dbus problem? Service dbus status running. Okay. Su vim etc. rcconf dbus enable. Yes. Let's be brave and shut down the machine and try to see if we can solve this. So interesting enough, we are trying to debug a problem that some other guys also are having. Okay, it's now currently not what we set out to do, right? But it doesn't matter. Test, test, start. Still black. Settings manager, desktop. So let me. What is the settings manager? Application PSAX. Let's do it like this. And settings manager X1, X2. So what started XF desktop, and the application is the XF desktop. No, SH. Interesting. What was the application that started? Tumblr. Settings manager. Here is the settings manager. Okay. Let's make sure that we know that. So XFC4 settings manager. And there we go. Yep. And now truth on that thing. Okay, that's not so good. Truth dash F. Truth and not trace descendants. The output is dot o dash o. Okay. F I dash o. Here, and problem has occurred already. So bug. Such file. No such file. So look at this here. Let me see. GVFS metadata. So there are a couple of things. So .jpg. So it is able to open these things. So it can stat these things. It knows about those. But here near this is 90% here. Maybe then there is one thing here is the PEAT. So instead of doing that, I'm going to do stuff like this. Debug 2. And prepare with the PIT and XFC settings. So here, sorry for that. What was the name? Settings, right? Settings manager. And here, when we click here, this is the problem. Those assertions, I've seen them already before. This is not a big deal. Now, before we do this, PSAX pipe grep settings. This is PID, this one here, and now we ask this one here. So we eliminate quite a lot of things. Okay. Yeah, and we make the window like this and like that, so that we get as less interference as possible. Now here, boom, and we stop. Let's try the debug too. What happened? This is a much smaller file. So how many lines? 3000. Now, .jpg. or PNG or something. Actually, interesting. It has probably resolved, probably already read the things. Cursor. Okay, so no such file. So it cannot open these things. No such file. So lots and lots of stuff that is not able to find. Resource temporary unavailable. Resource unavailable. Okay. That doesn't look so cool. Receive message. Okay. Mm-hmm. So what is this guy here doing? Sending, receiving messages. Yes. Hmm. So it's opening some SVGs. This is probably to draw some of the things. So go previous symbolic, whatever. I don't see here anything that immediately tells me what could be wrong here. So open 11. So it's opening this thing and reading, and it's SVGs and XML document. That's fine. This receive message being unavailable, that's interesting. So, well, let's just look at the debug. This was a whole thing. So where is the first receive message that gives me trouble? So here is the receive message, unres MSG. Receive message from a socket. Okay, so definitely there is some socket action ongoing here. And equals 3. Where is this socket going? Equals 3 space. This is I notify user local share. So this is opened here. Duplicate. Okay. SVMSG. Let me go for the first line. This is here. So if I go to the beginning of the file, this is PID. Here, the first time I do something reading here, poll, write, poll. Okay, and where is this thing here open? And it must be equals 3. So this equals 3 is on this line here. Line 28,000. Where is it? No, sorry. Res v message here and space equals 3 space. And this should be the previous one. It's a socket. Aha, there we see. It's really a socket. And this socket local sock stream. Okay, it's a sock stream. So, what the heck is this? Wayland 0, no such file. Okay. So it does open some socket here. I notify equals that one. There is the duplication. No. Okay, I might be searching for something that is not really worth to search. So this guy here apparently can really do these things. Unable to load image from folder, no. Let me try to. This was relatively, so no problem. This, no warning. Cache sessions. Does that can, okay. It could be that it started wrongly last time and that it did something. So rf.cache, let's just remove this, and the config, let's just remove all of these things here. No, it didn't work. So still the same issue. Now it's even more things I need to click. Yeah, people are complaining. Okay, deleted cache, I didn't help. Take a look at this. So depending on the video driver. Okay. Okay. All right, that's an interesting thing. It might be the video driver I got that is actually causing this trouble. xfconf query c xfc xfc4 desktop dash what dash c, not x, no properties sense dash l. So to list probably the properties. Last settings migration version. Grep monitor. All right. This already looks interesting. Mm-hmm. This looks interesting. Do we really need HALT? I think HALT has been deprecated, right? It does not exist, yeah. Service info dbus. That's okay, probably. So root service info dbus service. Was it with the service enable debugging list services that are enabled general lists? Okay. Service dbus. Okay. It was not that. There is an info, I think. No, not all of them have the info. Okay. Let's forget about that. I think this file might be missing. Okay. So this is, they are putting a bug in XFCE. All right, so whenever I tried both, are in a way, the error dialog comes from this is calls for in my case. Okay, the reasons for not apply settings is most likely 412. Okay, let's just have a quick look at that. Missing default name files. Patch seems to fix for me. Monitor name default. Okay, this is 9 months ago. Interesting. Configures backdrop screens. Okay, yeah, that is an interesting thing because um, missing default name. This is background color change not take effect immediately. Thanks a lot. Am I editing? Blah 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 blah, and then restarting the work for me. All right. So screen 0. Let's try this one here. Copy. If config. This is 46. SSH. Let's go for test. Test at 192.168.246. And the file should be, actually, let's copy this thing here. Oops, sorry, too much going back and forth. Okay, yes. That's the thing. That's the main issue there. So let's keep it like that and exit, test, start. Settings manager, unable to locate the images. Good. So this is still user monitor xrand screen 0. Okay, we have the screen 0 and monitor screen 0 backdrop last monitor VGA 1. Okay. And we had a setting here to look at those things. Where was this setting? Xconf query. Let's move the window a little bit here. Xconf xcon y xconf xfconf query dash c xfc4 desktop dash, come on, dash l. Now it has this thing here. Last window hide, last window whatever. Good. Last image. So the last image is the last image. Yeah. Monitor VGA 0, last image, and so on. And now the thing is that going here to this, it's unable to load image from folder now. This is likely a configuration, so it might come from some other point. Let me see. So it says this thing here. Desktop background settings not set. So, but this is a slightly different thing. This is a different thing that they are not set. Missing monitor model. Where is it? I think I saw some question before. This was it here. Deleted the cache and gone. Didn't help. Looks like this. Oh, there is a next page or so let me just go here. Sorry, I should have gone to the last page. Fix for this. Okay. Should have seen this one before. Fix for string being null. New folder, enable. Okay, interesting. This isn't a VMware. Okay, so this is really XFC that is broken. Oops. It's been some time ago for some, but now there's a fix in this. I wonder. Yeah. Okay, so this was yesterday. All right. The topic has been moved to another. Okay. Let's go here. So there, you can always exit root. Yeah, that's not what I want. Last settings, last. Apparently more settings than just. Uh, home backgrounds. Okay, this home backgrounds is not a good thing. Xorg monitor identificator. Yes, that's what I was thinking. The Xorg. Okay, then let's try vim. It is var log x. Where is the using VT numbers? Syscons creating default screen session shadow FB. Okay. Okay. Let's initializing. Screen 0. Done. Mm-hmm. Mm. Let me see. This thing from Mac. Um, uh, help list monitors. Monitors 0. Hmm. Xrender list monitors. What is the thing that should be coming out from there? Aha. Interesting. Nothing is coming out from there. Okay. Config xfc xf. What is this file name? If xfconf and then xfc for channel and xfc desktop. I have it open somewhere else. So screen monitor 0. Whoops. Workspace 0. Right. So, okay, something happened here. Interesting. Logout. No, nothing happened there. Desktop, enable. Ah. All right. So I think this is a problem that needs to go here to this G file pick and so on. So this, maybe we can try to, maybe I can try to get this quickly in, or no. I don't have the ports tree. I can try to clone the thing. Static D. So come on. Ouch. Days, sorry, but I need to search for an application here. I always forget the name of this. This is something with a dbus. Dev. It's interesting. You go trying to solve one problem and you're hopping from one problem to another. Yeah. So the keyboard plugin, but I don't. Okay, that might have been doing it. No, I'm missing here something to set the keyboard in the dbus. Okay, yeah, whatever. I can go here and say add, not this one here, add the German should be fine. That should also be okay. User ports, git clone, HTTP, I think it's github.com, FreeBSD, and ports, right? Git. Let's try to do a depth one to make it easier. Okay, not this one, GitHub FreeBSD ports. So where is the GitHub FreeBSD ports? FreeBSD dashboards. Okay. Let's try to do it. Receiving objects. Actually, with the depth one is going pretty well, pretty fast. Nice. So where is this? The patch is in XF desktop. PKG search is XF desktop. Where is the XF desktop? Background settings. XF desktop. Okay. Which XF desktop? PKG which? Let's search for this. Was installed in this one here. Find it's probably in X11 WM XFC for desktop. Yeah, I found it. Make fetch. So let's get this thing here. Make a stage. Let's get it there also. Yeah, okay, I'll keep this with the default settings. Get text tools. Okay. I don't want that. pkg install get text tools. I want to go through the path of least resistance. pkg install gmake. This is not optimal. pkg install pkgconf, and I think let's see here, make build dependencies. I think it's called like this. All right, I probably need to go to my cheat sheet. Make build dependence list. Yes. Let's put this under X. In X. Let's go to the end. Let's search for /. Okay. Set X KB. No, I lost the macro. Okay, the @ symbol doesn't work. That's very bad. So I cannot use that. So v2. Okay, I just do this by hand. Sorry. Here, those things here, they can go away. Devel, this one. So you might be wondering what the heck am I doing? I'm trying to install the build dependency so that it doesn't need to be compiled by hand. Okay. Cat X pipe pkg install x args. Okay. Let's try to glib 20 pkg. So pkg search. That's the, sometimes it's like that. Search gtk. Come on. What is the name of this package? GTK30, maybe GTK. We're going to get a good name. GTK3. Okay, GTK3. Why does it say GTK30? I don't know. Let's try to see. And then it complains about the glib20. It's probably pkg install glib2, right? Probably I did something wrong here. Okay, let's glib 20. Let's just remove this thing here and let's just try to install these things. Okay, they are actually already installed. Make stage. Don't ask me, it's now compiling. Okay. Wait a minute. I asked stage. I didn't ask any other thing. So make clean. I don't want to compile this thing as yet. So make extract. That's what I should have done, not this one here. So, and now inside this, there is a work folder. There is the XFC desktop. I can hardly see these things. These don't like the black color there. So settings, under settings, there is this file here, the settings, whatever. Settings, background settings, that's the file here. So copy to old vim. Here we go to this, it's about line 618, 618. So g object unref, g object unref. Where enumerator null, so it has to be in the enumerator. Okay, this is still line 5 here, so it has to be about, come on, where the heck is this? Yes, okay, I found it here. 600, where is this 600? The file has changed a little bit in the meantime. No problem. Background settings, selected folder. Selected folder, yes. Okay, so this is commented out. Now, if this is unable to load images, interesting, J-file pick. So it had this one here, G-file pick path new folder. And I just add it like this, G-file pick path new folder. But there should be an underscore here, right? That's how it is. And here unref new folder. So after all these things, so this thing here probably moves after this one here. Something like this. Yeah. So add this, that. Exactly. Okay, patch applied. But now we cannot just simply copy, otherwise compile, otherwise this will go wrong. So make patch. So now we have here, no, we don't have. Huh? Why? Because I'm a stupid guy, and instead of being the old work settings, and instead of being an old, I need to put the XFC xf desktop background settings dot old, not copy, actually it's a move. This is very important, not midnight commander, move to xf desktop, ne, xfc xf desktop background settings dot original. Now make patch. Yes, generated a patch, and now we have here under the files, the patch is there. So now I can make clean, it should be fine. And make. Let's compile this. applying this patch. Done. Make install. Make the install. Yeah, I should not be doing this when running the thing, so make install. And now let's try to log in and let's try to see the things. It actually compiled pretty fast. Settings. Okay. Now it tells me something. User local share backgrounds XFC. This is one of the patches, okay? So as user local share backgrounds XFC, and they are there. Operation was cancelled. So it does show the problem. It does show that there is an issue here in this folder, but it doesn't show. Okay, in pop-up error. So it is fixing the pop-up error, but not necessarily. Okay, I mean, when it will be incorporated, I don't need to submit this to FreeBSD because it will be fixed in somewhere by. I mean, this fix already is it? No, it's still open. So they have not committed this thing yet, and therefore it's not really necessary to do this because it should be upstream. The thing should be upstream fixed, but it's not solving the issue. Still not solving the issue. And I think one of the main things might really be that about the monitor that lists monitors. It's telling me list monitor. What help? List monitors. Okay, X render list monitors. 0 monitors. And that is an interesting thing. Not listing connected monitors. Yeah, it should say 1 monitor, and this is why it's having issue with this. Is this XFCE? Settings, screen display, join displays. I don't think this is settings. This is not XFCE. Settings, session power, so display, default disabled. This is an issue, definitely, and this could be caused by the patch that I've created. Profile name. So it could be the issue here. So 21. Vermaden has some really cool stuff. So it means that my patch might still have some issues there. No screens found. Yeah, I think R log X screens log, no layout, no screen section available. Screen default monitor, monitor default monitor, no monitor specified for screen. Using default monitor configuration. Could it be? Let me try one thing. Log out. Just not like that. It bootloader conf. Just taking out these parameters. Just in case. And actually here, let me force kill the machine. Yes. And let's try to go to the machine and say here, these things, the display is already correct, and but I don't want a serial port. Remove. In order not to confuse things. Just in case. Okay, and now this stuff has started properly. I think I remember this when I did this. That this was working fine. No. Hmm. Mm, let me again try to go to the thing there. So user ports X11 Windows Manager, XFCE4. What was the thing? I think it was the desktop, right? And under the files, yes. So let's make alias make extract to extract the things here. Work X file, not files, patch settings, XF desktop background settings, XF desktop background settings, and I fixed something in this area here. Okay. Image list. So here is the unable to load images. Create file chooser button background settings. GTK file chooser background settings button folder background selected folder. If not now, and this is the interesting thing, where the heck did this thing here, where is it going to? If enumerator is null, what the heck is this? Oh, okay, wait a minute. Make apply patch, I think. Didn't know how to apply patch. Make patch, I think. Make apply. Oh, come on. How the heck do we apply the patch? Make patch. It should, okay, I'm stupid again. Once more, user ports XWM, XFC for desktop, make patch, push the node, okay. User ports X11, Windows Manager, XFC4, desktop, make patch, applying patch, and now I can see the file finally. And yes, this is with the changes I've done before. So if the G enumerate children first, new folder, trace entering here, new folder G file, where is the relationship to the window? If this is null, so background settings, but I think this is always going to show this error message, right? Selected folder not equal null. It's always going to show that message. So that's pretty bad. Apply all settings. Where do we have the apply button here? Scaled. File system, other. So user local share XFC. Come on, XFC. Oops, wrong folder. XFC. Panel maybe plugins. No. Come on. Where is this? Now I'm getting confused. Look, they disappeared. Ah ha ha ha. That's an interesting thing. Settings. Share background. User local share backgrounds. Okay, there is really something ongoing here. User backgrounds. Okay. So this folder is really there. And open. Apply. Apply tool. So till there is no, I think there is something ongoing here with this display that default is disabled. I would guess that the problem is here with the default disabled screen. Let me try to do it here. No. So Xorg, let's try to see if we can. So this is the docs archive. It has to say something like this. Screen 0 DVI, then this is the stuff. So let's forget about this. I'm kind of sure that it goes in that direction. X random render default connected. Okay, it says this thing here. Screen 0 connected primary normal blah blah. Output VGA auto. Let's try to see if I can do this. This should be user local etc x11 xorg conf, and then yeah, and then we just add there uh, x.conf, something like this. So section screen identifier screen 0 device card 0 subsection display. No, I don't want that. And section monitor and section device, and then I need to add some other things. Identifier monitor 0 driver, yes, card 0, and this is the thing, driver scfp. Let's try to get this thing going. Log out here, refused. Var log x. So here, no screens found, fatal. Name user local etc xorg. Where was the file that I edited? Oh god. Var log x. So it started. Where is it? User user local share x11 xorg and x. Was it this one? Okay. There is a couple of things here. This is where I should put the file actually. But there is user local x11 and xorg conf user local etc x11 user local etc. Okay. User local etc x11 xorg x. Okay, this is where I added stuff, but there is also under user local. So is the user local share x11. That's where I should have put things. And there is this thing. So then quirks. Let's see here the quirks. ThinkPad, match option, trackball, that's all okay. Output class, input class, yeah. Keyboard and input. Okay, so user local etc x again. User local etc x11 xorg x to user local share x11 xorg. Let's put this into 0 0 screen.conf. Doesn't really matter. So user local etc the user local share x11 xorg 0. There we go. Identifier screen 0 device and that one. And of course it's going to, so these must have only one either identifier or driver. Okay. Device, so either identifier or driver. This is the device. Okay. Identifier. Okay. Let me see. And this is not screen 0. This is the card 0. And then we should have the screen. Yes, that's the thing. Section screen and section. This has an I identifier. Screen 0 contains a device card 0, which is an SEFP, and should have a monitor, but whatever. Parsing. Section must have only no screens found, so parsing line 4. And section device. I'm in the correct place. Let's, this is a little bit screw up, so start X. It doesn't really like this, right? Let's split this and use var log X here. The problem is server, so problem parsing the error parsing the config file. Parse error. It's still the old one. Okay, sorry. User local etc x11 xorg x.conf. That is gone. Mm-hmm. Okay, interesting. So there might still be some issues here with this thing um, that I apparently cannot do. Yeah. Oh, okay. There are some other workspaces here. Interesting. So, so there is still some problem here, and I think the main issue is that it's not identifying the monitor here. Yeah. But that should be. I need to check this. I need to check this. Xorg-config. Log out. Xorg-config test conf. And now it basically screwed the things. Mm-hmm. It's not going back. Okay. Bad, 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 bad. Anyways, I think it's really good the stuff as it is now. So the patch to get the video card working, it's a good step in the right direction. This is now something that needs to be seen. What might the problem here be? Whether this is a FreeBSD problem by itself, which I don't think so. I think it's a problem of the driver at this point. I think the driver has some issue. Let me just do one last thing, which is again remove the cache and the config. Okay. No, and it starts with a black screen there, so it's still not okay. So, and I think the issue that this is not loading is it's the issue that this is not detecting the screen. It just says connected, but here it doesn't say that this is connected. So in the display, it says that default is disabled. Okay, and that is pretty bad. So that it disables this monitor. If it disables the monitor, then this is why it cannot communicate. I mean, if you have multiple monitors, this is where the images are going to go to, and etc. And this means that the folder null is actually a bad message. Is not exactly the problem that we are observing, but likely that it cannot detect the monitor and therefore doesn't know where to send the images, where to place it. Amazingly, this is working. So those things here are working. Now, the interesting question for me would be, is this really a problem of the driver itself or that I created, that I fixed, or is this a problem in somewhere in XFC or whatever? I don't know. So if I start IceWM here, X render, it tells me the same thing. So this is not cool. X set root. Let's user local share background XFC and XFC blue. Let's try. Okay. Use X set root. I think dash bitmap. pkg install fee. Okay, I think it is with this is also good. Use a local etc share. Use a local share. Backgrounds xfc blue, and there we go. Yeah. So, but yeah, actually it goes like this, and manfi. How do you make it full screen? Because it so borderless. So -X maybe. Yes, exactly. And this is basically what you want to have, something like this. And so it kind of seems to me that this is working. Okay. At least IceWM looks pretty happy, but Xrender doesn't look very healthy to me, because here default connected. It could be good, it could be okay, but it should show something slightly different, in my opinion. Oh, I didn't check this black theme. No. Oh, this is a nice login screen. Where did it get XTM theme black? Okay. Xset root. Okay, nice. Let me try xset root. Background yellow. I like yellow. Ah, come on. Solid. Solid. Okay. So it does look like it's doing some of these things. This looks pretty cool. Very nice. User mode, use add video, so on. Command line, screens. Yeah, exactly. So this the X render it should give the screens list monitors. And this is one thing. So X render. Okay, I black. I know you'll be complaining about this. So uh, X render list monitors 0. There is no monitor. That's not cool. That's really not cool. Okay, I'll try to solve this. I'll try to see what's happening here. And in the meantime, I think I'll just stop here. I mean, I said already, I'm like maybe 1 hour ago, or actually, I think longer. I said I was going to stop, and now I think I'm really, really going to stop. It's already 1:30 in the morning, and tomorrow I need to go to work. So, yeah, thanks a lot for being there. And I see lots of people have been interested in what I'm doing. I will try to do a couple more streams from time to time and try to get a video out from those streams. Then again, thanks a lot for being there. Take care and then see you next time. Then bye bye.